there are 6. So on San Miguel side, we had Paner and Martires, the one who just made the shot just now. And on the other side, there were 4 players, namely Jaworski, Fernandez, Arnaiz, and who was the other one then? Arnaiz, Jaworski, Fernandez. I thought there were 4.
Was Abi King already in the national team?
Just the 3 of them then.
I see. We have our second deadlock at 4-all, 8 minutes and 27 seconds. We are in the first period. Norman Black breaking the deadlock on a side shot using the board.
Well, Tito, a lot of people have said that if you hold Norman Black to 45 points or below, there's a good chance that Toyota will win the ball game. What is your feelings about that philosophy?
I don't think so, because still he needs the local support. I mean, they have to score points. You can see that in the case of Toyota, it's more evenly distributed. Now, assuming that Black will score 45 points, this can be offsetted by the scoring triumvirate of Toyota, which is Tuadles, Fernandez, and Kunz. The total output of these 3 players of Toyota can even the output of Black, which is 45 or more.
Well, you know, I was looking at the statistics, and one guy that has not been contributing enough points has been Jess Miguel. He's usually relied upon for his outside shooting, and lately he hasn't been scoring too much. If he can get hot from the outside, things can certainly open up for the San Miguel team.
Yes, they have other players besides Miguel Bin that could give the support. You have Saldana, Tan, Paner, La Lota, you know, but maybe they're just concentrating too much on Norman Black. I think there should be a play also for the locals.
And Alex Tan making a side corner hit, bringing the lead of San Miguel Beer by 2 baskets, 4 points. It's 10-6 with 7 minutes in the first quarter. And Bulaong missing that inside attempt, gets a foul from Martires. That's his second personal foul. So far, the San Miguel Beermen has been scoring their 10 points, 4 coming from Black, a basket each from Martires, Miguel Bin, and Tan. And for Toyota, a basket from Fernandez and 2 hits coming from Kunz.
You know, again, Tommy Minotok is assigning Norman Black to cover Mon Fernandez. You know, in all the 4 games that we've seen different kind of games. San Miguel leading, coming back, Toyota leading, them coming back. And the only thing we haven't seen so far is Norman Black in serious foul trouble. Let's see what happens tonight.
Yep. And another question that comes to my mind is that, first of all, these 2 teams are, I feel, are evenly matched. That, but yet they have a different brand of game. You know, for instance, San Miguel plays a slow, calculated kind of a game. And depending on their, that's why they are able to concentrate on their plays. Whereas Toyota plays that fast-breaking, go-go kind of a game. And so they have to rely on the individual ability and skill of their players.
That's a very good point, Tito. Very good.
Third foul called already against Martires, and Tuarez just checked in. Edo Campo pulling out Nick Bulaong. Juan Fernandez on a hook to Strong. Score standings 10 for San Miguel, 6 for Toyota, 6 minutes and 12 seconds. We are in the first quarter. Miguel Bin on a rainbow, 3 points.
You know, going back to what Tito was saying, I think Toyota was relying too much on individual skills in the first 2 games. In the second 2 games, when Toyota won, the individual skills were blended together into a total team effort, and that's what gave them the victory. Perhaps they learned a lot from the San Miguel type of play.
Hurried shot by Fernandez. He still has it, blocked by Miguel Bin. No, it's Desalia, but body contact called on Anthony Desalia, and we have a timeout. Time left in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 41. San Miguel Beer on top at the moment by 7 points, 13-6. Coach Tito Eduque, just like before, fearless forecast. How do you see these teams who'll come out on top on game number 5?
Well, I don't think I can really forecast this one, but I will dare to forecast that whoever might win today, whoever wins today, for me will be the probable champion of the PBA, All Filipino.
So in other words, what you're saying, whoever wins now will go and get it on Saturday.
Not necessarily. They can still afford to lose.
Because you said yes, I would have said goodbye to Steve Catan right here and now. My partner, goodbye. Because Joe Cantada and Andy Howe will be covering game number 6 on Saturday. They will be with you.
Well, that's very right, because this is a best-of-3 affair now. It's 2-all, and all you need is 2 victories out of 3 games. And a very big advantage if you win the first game of a 3-game series.
Right. It's very pivotal, you might say, no, and psychological to win this game. That's the importance of this game today.
Miguel been trying for a rainbow. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Here comes Coons hitting Twadless.
Well, you know, Twadless was down court all alone, and Donnie Ray Coons didn't see him, but he made sure to get him the pass eventually.
San Miguel's lead down just by 1 point. 13-2 so far. It's been hitting for them. Black limited to 4 points. Stan 2 points. Miguel Bin heading the list with 5 points. 1 from the floor and the other one a rainbow. 2 points by Martires.
You know, San Miguel might be able to fast break here because Toyota only has 1 true guard on the court, and that's Francis Arnaiz. Guys like Twadless are playing sort of a forward position closer to the basket.
That's true, Steve. There's only 1 bona fide guard in the case of Toyota.
Tentative move here by Coons, losing his balance. Traveling called against him. Points of Toyota. So far, it is Fernandez with 4 points together with Coons, a basket by Arnaiz and Twadless. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Board shot coming from Norman Black is 6 points.
You know, I think Norman Black learned a lot from his last game. He learned that he cannot afford to dribble the basketball when there's 2 or 3 men around him. I think tonight he's just going to take the ball up to the hoop in whatever position he's in.
Right. In other words, he might be taking those outside shots like he just did.
Yes, rather than risking dribbling the basketball, because Toyota has been slapping the ball away before he goes up for the shot.
Marty Saldana just checked in a little while back. Having a off pass. Twadless too strong. Almost air ball. San Miguel on top by 3. 15-12. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Stan. Fernandez pulling down his 4th rebound.
You know, Tito, I was looking at the statistics, and Toyota has been out-rebounding San Miguel. But I find those statistics to be very deceptive and deceiving.
Right.
Since San Miguel takes more shots, and that gives more opportunities for Toyota to get rebounds.
That's very true, especially on those miss attempts. You can rebound more. On the outside shots, for instance, and if it's a missed one, there's a chance of going for the rebound, and so you will have more rebounds, statistically speaking. Huh?
Yes, but exactly. But that's not to say that Toyota is a better team rebounder than San Miguel.
No.
16 fouls already called against San Miguel Beer, and we have the old warrior seeing action for the first time, Manny Paner. What a fine play of series he's been having. Tremendous asset for San Miguel. 3 team fouls called against Toyota. Here's Norman Black coming in, checked by Fernandez from behind, but body contact called against Mon. 2nd foul on him.
And that's another thing Norman Black is going to do. He's going to make his move very early. He's not going to wait for Toyota to double team or triple team him. He's going to get the ball, shoot or drive.
You know, you better watch a special happening during the delayed telecast. We were discussing this with Coach Tito Eduque, and then it happened. And the occasion was, you will see a shot taken off court. And what happens to the ruling on that? And this was done exactly during the delayed telecast. It's an experience. Manny Paner, it's Coons on him. Play broken up by Coons. We have a timeout. Hani Shad, that is the vice president of the PBA and team manager of Mariwasa, Nikki Koseteng. And with her, the PBA officials led by the president, Domingin Chong, and Bon Voyage to Commissioner Leo Prieto. He left for Spain yesterday afternoon. Here's Kunz hanging on to it after a spin. Mild collision with Norman Black is off the floor. King stays behind just in case there's an outlet pass. It's 17 for San Miguel Beer. They're on top by 4. 13 Toyota. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. First quarter of play. Desalia on the outside looking for Black.
Well, this is the first time in a long time that San Miguel has been able to enjoy a first half lead. In games 2, 3, and 4, Toyota was able to pull ahead in the early goings.
Marty Saldana.
Maybe it's just possible the end now.
Toyota is.
Yes.
Well, Saldana just collected his second personal foul, and on team fouls, we have San Miguel Beer in team foul trouble. They're over the limit. So any contacts here will find Toyota in the line for 2 free throws. Tuadles in the corner, looking for an opening. Goes up. He's back in his game. A minute and 42 seconds. That's the time left in the first quarter. On fouls, Fernandez has 2, Tuadles has 1, Saldana has 2, and Desalia 1. Here's the old warrior, Manny Paner. Offline. Third rebound for Abe King.
Well, surprisingly, Abe King has been not able to commit a foul so far, and Norman Black has been moving with the ball. So Abe King, he's really being, well, just talking about the devil. There he is, committing his... No, that was Miguel Bin.
You know, on that particular play, San Miguel Beer not taking Mon Fernandez for granted. We had Norman Black watching Fernandez. The minute he had the ball, Miguel Bin came over there to assist. Lobo dispatched by Tommy Manotok. Tommy Manotok pulling out Jesse Miguel Bin, who had 5 fouls, 2 on the floor, and a rainbow shot. 5 points, not 5 fouls, 5 points on Jesse Miguel Bin.
Well, here's a guy with the basketball, a lot of weight on his shoulders, and he's certainly come up, you know, playing very well. He's standing up to the pressure. Marty Saldana.
Even during his Mika days, he was already an outstanding player as the role of court general.
Here comes the road runner. Last touch there was Norman Black.
Well, you know, speaking about pacing, Francis Arnaiz is one player that has to pace himself tonight. With Sonny Jaworski, a doubtful player this evening, Arnaiz is going to have a lot of weight on his shoulders. He's going to have to control the team, run the fast break, and play defense as a safety valve.
Right. I think Francis is very capable of filling in the shoes of Jaworski as court general.
Well, Lobo hit the same shot that he missed in the last few seconds of the game in game number 4.
24 seconds left in the first quarter, and both teams playing it very close. Very tight contest. Norman Black looks at the clock. His team is in team foul trouble. Lobo tight. Out to Black, going at 21 feet. And Tuadles is down on the floor. Manny Paner gets it, and there goes the horn. Tuadles is still on the floor. We'll be right back.
No, he wasn't hurt.
Let's watch the sequence on that last play where Tuadles fell. He seems to be okay now. He just bumped the back of his head.
Oh, that's the whiplash. Yeah, as he fell, there was a whiplash. It's still 21-all. This is the 5th deadlock.
When we see the first quarter statistics, you'll see exactly why it's a tie score, or it was a tie score at the end of the first quarter. Both teams shooting 35%, very poorly from the floor. There you see it, 8 for 23.
Marty Saldana offline. There is Paner contesting Kunz. Tuadles all right. Cabanes keeping an eye on him. Here's Mon Fernandez in a running shot. Getting it. Have you coached Mon Fernandez in the past, Tito?
Yes, when he was in the national team.
He was really good already that time.
He was very promising. He was good. He was a regular player, but my steady center at that time was still his own teammate, Big Boy Reynoso.
And where is the talent, where's the strength of Mon Fernandez at that time?
Well, he pivots very well. It was in the offense, but I remember very well he was not as good a foul shooter as he is now.
Well, Mon has come a long way. That's
yes.
right, and a very strong front runner as a candidate for this year's MVP. And we would like to greet Lito Ansures, Managing Director and Executive Producer of Vintage, on his birthday. Happy birthday, Lito. And Lito knows really what to give his friends and guests the best, because we will be savoring the best at Kamayan's native dishes. Asadong alimango, crispy pata, and that chicharon Visaya. Oh, it's gonna blow your brains out. We'll be experiencing the original Kamayan way, only at Kamayan. And the restaurant is located at Pasay Road, Makati, and Padre Paura, Ermita. Coach Tito Eduque invites you for Founders Day at Kamayan on August 26, 1982. Surprises and discounts await you. And it'll be as exciting just like this game. 10% discount for all our valued guests. 50% discount for all guests in an all-white outfit. And that is the signature of Coach Tito. The score, 26 for San Miguel Beer, 25 for Toyota. They're down by a point, 9 minutes and 55 seconds.
Well, you can see the tempo of the basketball game. The teams are really fighting for every ball. The way the games have gone, 2 points means so much. So each team is really concentrating and making sure that any loose ball, they're going to try to dive on it, fall on it, eat it, do whatever they can to gain possession. And look at that, Lobo jumping over the back of Abe King.
Both teams realize how important this game is, and that's why they're all out.
At the end of the first quarter, Black had 10 points, together with Fernandez of Toyota.
Well, that's a very interesting matchup there. Ravanes against Tuadles. I don't know if Tuadles can shake off Ravanes. Ravanes plays quick guards and big forwards.
Although Tuadles has the advantage in height over Ravanes.
Great fadeaway by Mon Fernandez, putting back Toyota in the driver's seat by a point. Kunz is on Manny Paner, looking for the opening. Running shot, too strong. Norman Black is right there.
That's the one they ought to guard on Toyota against Black. Any of the players of San Miguel should take an attempt. Toyota should make sure that Black is boxed out.
Well, you know, when we had Glenn McDonald on the as one of our guest panelists, he was saying the only way to block Norman Black, to box him out, is to face him. You can't box him out with your back because Norman can come over you and get the rebound. Best thing to do is to face him when a shot goes up.
Hitting from underneath. Outlet pass going to Mon Fernandez. Abe King tight, but he makes it just the same.
Beautiful fast break by Toyota. 1, 2, 3. When Toyota scored against, they don't sulk about it. They immediately take the ball out of bounds and they run.
True. Very, very true.
You know, in game number 4, at the end of the first quarter, San Miguel had 28 points, Toyota 27. On their average of score, San Miguel 28.2 and Toyota 28.5. And yet, in tonight's game number 5, at the end of the first quarter, both tied at 21 all. Very low.
Well, I think that was attributed to the tenacious defense that was being played by both teams.
That's true.
Well, Jaworski is in the Coliseum. He's in the bench, but he's a doubtful player. He has leg injury. May not be fielded. And look at the way they power up for that rebound.
In order to win in this kind of game, both teams have to put up a strong defense and rebounding as well.
There is the Big J, and we have a very big crowd, more than 20,000 people on game number 5.
Well, you know, Ed Ocampo said playing against San Miguel is no picnic, and he certainly knows why, because all these games down at the stretch, they've been cardiac games, and for a coach, I know, Tito, you were a coach. Those games are fingernail biting, and They really get your heart pumping.
Especially this is a championship game. Wow.
Coons getting it, follows up. They're still battling for that, the third attempt. Oh, Abiking just put it up in the air ball. Here's a 3-2 break. Rabanes on a fake drive, giving it to Saldana. Great movement. Abiking going up, and Norman Black holding his position very well. Crashes in Norman. Foul on Abiking. Watch this one.
Watch this play.
You could almost hear the expression of Abiking. When he saw Norman Black holding position, he just said, oh no, we have a timeout. On this replay, there is Rabanes on a fake drive, and Saldana receiving it and executing very well, pushing his team on top by 1 point, 32-31. Backdoor play, Lobo making no mistakes. That came off Saldana. San Miguel enjoying a 3-point lead now, 34-31, 6 minutes and 52 seconds. Second quarter of play.
You know, it seems like Ed Ocampo is going to stick to 5 or 6 or even 7 players throughout this entire series. He's not really dipping into his bench that deep. In fact, in the last game, Terry Saldana only played 5 minutes.
Yes, and Steve, at this point, San Miguel is taking advantage of the fact that Toyota has only one legitimate guard in Francis Arnaiz, and that's why San Miguel is able to make fast breaks now.
With
Yes.
6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second quarter, San Miguel leading by 3 points, 36-33. Norman Black crowded, but still getting it in the second time.
Yes, that's very true, Tito. You know, it's very important that Francis stays back. Even if he sees an opening in the lane, he can't take it. He can't afford to, because if he misses, fast break time for San Miguel.
Right, the moment San Miguel gets the rebound, defensive rebound, they're off right away to make a fast break. And I think Tommy Manotoc has pointed it out to his players.
And here is Tommy Manotoc's quotation. Toyota has to play hard to beat us. Norman Black already made 16 points together with Mon Fernandez of Toyota. So far, these are the two players on court doing the damage. Rabanes trying to crowd Mon Fernandez, goes to the baseline, fakes of Norman Black. He gets it, and it is counted.
It's a good thing it was justified, because previous to that, he was already fouled.
Well, on that particular play, the presence of mind and the composure of Mon Fernandez was very evident. He felt he was fouled.
Yes.
There was no whistle. He held on.
He continued.
Got the ball and made a stab doing the reverse. He got the basket. Now he has the opportunity for a slam. Got it just the same, and the score standing at the moment. We have our 6th deadlock at 38 all with 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Here is Lobo. Inside to Black. King is on him, and Tuadles hacks his hand. Foul on Tuadles. And on team fouls, we have 4 against San Miguel. Second personal foul on Tuadles. 1 team foul on Toyota. 2 already on Toyota.
You know, Tito, a lot of people are saying that Norman Black is favored in the basketball game by the officials. In other words, they treat him like a prima donna. If anybody goes near him, they'll call a foul. Do you find that evident in tonight's basketball game?
No, not really. Except I noticed that whenever he's touched by the opponents, he takes a look right away at the referee, claiming that it's a foul. You know, the pace of the game is so intense that it's a wonder to see both teams playing good defense on both sides, San Miguel and Toyota. It's their defense that I have noticed.
Here is the old Warrior, a little bit too strong, hitting the back rim. Mon Fernandez zigzagging. He could have gone for the basket, but he elected to Coons, and Saldana was right there anticipating that pass. He keeps on going. What a play by Marcus Saldana.
Good shot, good shot.
Well, that was one out of the storybook of Francis Arnaiz. Francis is usually the one making that move. This time Saldana against Arnaiz.
He got a dose of his own medicine.
Tuadles couldn't contain the pass off Arnaiz. We have our 7th deadlock at 40 all. Norman Black moving closer. No count, says the referee. Foul on Coons. First foul on him, bringing 3 team fouls against Toyota and 4 on San Miguel Beer. Miguel Beer being dispatched right back by Tommy Manotok, pulling out Manny Paner.
That foul of Coons against Black just a while ago, that will never do against Black, you know, from behind. As you mentioned a while ago, Steve, you've got to be always in front of Black. Otherwise, he'll just go through, ram you down.
Edo Campos sends over Herrera, pulling out Tuadles, who's getting a rub down. Third foul on Juan Fernandez on the second quarter of play with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
You know, so far Lobo has been playing a very good role for the San Miguel team. He's been giving them the points, and that's 7 points already for Lobo. Chance to make it 9.
On a tight game, all important free throws, very significant.
Yeah, that could be the difference later on, the free throws.
Well, you know, looking at the statistics, both teams have been shooting well over 75% from the free throw line. Here you have 2 coaches that realize the importance of free throws, and they're really having their boys work hard in practices from the line.
That's probably the case, yes.
They don't want to lose ball games by missed foul shots.
Dasalia getting a second personal foul, and that is the 15th foul against San Miguel. 41 all. This is the 8th tie. And Francis Arnaiz, the road runner, breaks it, pushing Toyota on top by a point. Marty Saldana trying to look for Black. He finds him. Abe King staying close. Dasalia on the outside, back again to Norman. He goes to the baseline. He's crowded. No count. Foul on King. Second foul on King. And the foul situation against Toyota. Coons has 1, 2 on King, and 3 on Fernandez. And Nice and Herrera just checked in. They're clean. 2 on Saldana and Dasalia. 1 apiece on Black, Miguel Bin, and Lobo. Lobo from the outside. Good hit, firing from 17 feet.
Well, you know, just Miguel Bin was playing well. Lobo came in for a couple of minutes, and now he's picking up the role.
Play broken up by Norman Black, and we have a timeout.
Doing very well.
Fernandez 19, Arnaiz 17.
Time left is 2 minutes and 47 seconds in the second quarter. What a tight contest has been. San Miguel at this moment on top by a point. 43-42. Coach Tito Eduque, what could be the element keeping this game this close? If it's not Toyota, it is San Miguel leading. What could be the main factors here?
I mentioned a while ago that it's the defense of both teams that's extraordinarily tight, you know. And that's what is keeping it close.
Well, in that case, I think that we're going to see a lot of important players in foul trouble down in the fourth quarter in the waning minutes of the game.
You could be right at that, Steve, because, for instance, like in the case of Fernandez, he has already 3 fouls at this stage.
And as you mentioned also, Coach, if it goes down the wire, the free throws could make or break a team.
True.
Play broken up by Said by Lalota, just checked in a little while back. Marty Saldana over the other side to Lalota, one of the better southpaws, connecting and greeting everybody with a hit.
You know, the locals of San Miguel is scoring already, huh? It's not only Black, but you have Lobo and earlier Miguel Bin. But the locals are scoring, and that's a good sign for San Miguel. Whereas in the case of Toyota, so far it's only really Fernandez and Francis are nice.
Well, that's right, Coach, because aside from Black 16 points, we have Lobo at 10, 4 points from Paner, Saldana, and a basket coming from Lalota, and also one from Martinez. On Toyota, it's been 10 points on Coons, but Juan Fernandez has been leading the parade with 19 points.
Although I would expect some points coming from Tuadles, later, anyway.
Well, Tuadles, who had a little backlash on his head, is now resting the bench. He made 4 points in the first quarter and a basket for a total of 6 points.
You know, I think so far Toyota has been doing a very good job at limiting San Miguel to only one shot at the basket. You know, in the last game, San Miguel pulled down 18 offensive rebounds, and I'm sure Ed Ocampo, you know, spent extra time in practice to tell his guys, you can't give San Miguel extra shots at the basket. In fact, San Miguel took 20 more shots than Toyota did in the last game, and that was mainly due to the offensive rebounds and the errors that were committed by Toyota.
Because of 3 personal fouls on him, Manotoc pulls out Desalia, and we have Ravanes back in the ball game for San Miguel Beer. Marty Saldaña's miss pulled down by Mon Fernandez. Here comes the road runner, losing control with Ravanes trying to harass him. It hit his foot, so San Miguel Beer will keep.
It's a good call by the referee.
You know,
We have a minute, Steve. A minute and a second to go.
You know, and also, Tito, when the players don't get the offensive rebounds, when the San Miguel team doesn't get the offensive boards, I think that's giving a bigger opportunity for Toyota to fast break with the basketball.
18 points already for Norman Black. 45 seconds. Fast break. Here's Saldaña, but Anais is there. He goes in anyway.
You know, that's the third time Marty Saldaña.
Yes, against Francis Arnaiz at that. He just goes in, you know.
What a fine rookie. No wonder he's a leading candidate to be the rookie of the year.
He could be really that.
San Miguel's lead back again to 3. 49-46. Lalota getting his first foul, bringing the team fouls of San Miguel to 6. They're in team foul trouble now. Toyota has 5.
You know, speaking about the rookie of the years, you have 2 very promising candidates, you know, on the teams here. You have Terry Saldaña and Marty Saldaña.
That's true, both the same name, huh? Although has Saldaña been utilized already?
Not yet.
Not yet.
7 seconds. Well, had they gotten the playoffs, for sure, Frankie Lim could have been a very strong candidate. Frankie Lim of Ikotanduay. There goes the horn. San Miguel Beer having their attempt. So at the end of the first 24 minutes of play, we find San Miguel Beer on top by 3 points. It's 49, Toyota 46. And before we continue, we have a special message for all of you. Back at the Coliseum, at this point, we have the man of the moment. We have our man on the ball, June Bernardino, surrounded by Playboy playmates. June.
All right, we're back here at the Arenado Coliseum, and right beside me here are 8 beautiful ladies who are members of the Sheer Femininity group, and they were doing a fashion show at the Manila Garden Hotel. That's right. And just to make this short and brief, I'll be bringing this mic to each and every one of them so we can have their names, and I'll be starting from my left.
My name's Claudia. Hi, everybody. We're having a wonderful time. Deborah. Hi, everybody. Maureen. Go Toyota. My name's Janet. Super Gorillas, go. Hooray for Toyota. Go, go, go. All right for Toyota. Delta Motor Corporation. All right. All right, Toyota, win the game. Hey. Do it, Arnaz.
All right. Well, there's no wonder they're cheering for Toyota, because they're the official cheerleaders of the Toyota Super Corollas in tonight's game. Could you stand up, please, girls, and clap for Toyota? Thank you very much, Jeanette. And we'll be going back now to Pingoy, Andy, and Tito Eduque for their statistics.
Body language.
Well, let's take a look at the individual scoring, and I hope everybody can concentrate on this after that interview. Norman Black, they've been playing very good defense on Black. He only has 18 points, and he hasn't been so devastating on the boards. Etok Lobo, 10 points. He's been helping out on the scoring. Marty Saldaña, 6, all 3 of them coming on fast breaks. Miguel Bin, 5 points, playing shortly. Paner playing good defense on Kuntz with 4 points. Alex 10, 2. Martinez starting the game with 2 points. Rudy Lalota with a left-handed hook shot for 2. Let's take a look at the Toyota team with 46 points on the board. Let's see how that scoring went. First you have Mon Fernandez, 19 points, and those are tough 19 points because they came against Norman Black. Donnie Ray Kuntz with 10 points. Like we said, Panera is doing a nice job on Kuntz. Francis Arnaiz with...
In this statistics, it is Toyota that is making it more over San Miguel in the free throws. Because free throws, Toyota made 91%, in other words, but they made 10 of 11. 10 of 11, whereas San Miguel was awarded only 4 and made 3. So that's the difference actually in free throw.
And as we commented earlier, San Miguel is leading in the fast break category.
Yes, they're missing the presence of Jaworski, I think. Jaworski could have done a lot counteracting the fast breaks of San Miguel, because San Miguel is leading on fast breaks over Toyota. Should have been the reverse, actually. It's 12. They made 12 points to 10 of Toyota.
So I guess we're seeing a very different type of ball game. First of all, Toyota leading tremendously over San Miguel in the rebounding department, and San Miguel, on the other hand, leading in the fast breaks.
Right, it's the reverse.
Quadles is back in the game at the start of the third quarter for Toyota, and seeing action for the first time is Florencio. On the other side, San Miguel Beer. Back in action is Martinez. So Florencio getting his first foul on Norman Black. And to complete the lineup, we find Coons, Quadles, Florencio, Fernandez, and King for San Miguel Beer. Norman Black, Martinez, Ravanes, Miguel Bin, and Lalota.
Well, do you think that there's a chance Ed Ocampo will play Danny Florencio and Francis Arnaiz at the same time?
It could be the case, if only to counteract the and with the proper instruction that Florencio will not drive in too much and defend together with Francis Arnaiz.
Score of the moment. We find San Miguel Beer on top by a point. It is 51-50. Oh, telegraph pass. Coons fighting for it, but there is Martinez hustling, giving it to Ravanes, over to Lalota. Rebound, going to Martinez, too strong. Abe King just disturbing him. Look how fast San Miguel Beer comes down for the defense. Coons is crowded by Miguel Bin. Oh, good cut by Twadless.
Beautiful play by the Toyota team there.
10 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Toyota now on top by a point, 52-51. Fernandez is playing with 3 personal fouls. Martinez has also 3. Norman Black just going in close.
You know, I think it's time that San Miguel starts going to Norman Black. In the first half, Norman scored a lot of his points on offensive rebounds, on individual effort. And now I think it's time for them to really concentrate on getting Norman the ball.
Yes, that will probably be the case, because Norman Black scored only 18 points.
Abe King really proving to be the king of the boards, out jumping everybody, and we had it. He faked Miguel Bin, he faked Ravanes, and Norman Black didn't get the basket, but was able to draw the foul coming from Miguel Bin. Second foul on Jesse.
You know, if Toyota goes ahead and wins this series, I might consider Abe King to be the MVP of this series because of his outstanding defensive work against Norman Black. He sacrificed his offense just to play defense against Black.
Yes, I would add to that also his rebounding has helped a lot for Toyota.
Well, Coach Steve, many will agree with you. Lalota on a running left-hander. San Miguel now on a swing game on top by a point. 55-54, 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Mon Fernandez is crowded and gets hit in the arm by Lalota, who's been playing very tough and close defense. Second foul on Lalota. Incidentally, if you recall, Coach, Norman Black favors a certain position, and that's at the low post, moving a little bit closer, about 10 feet. Now, Steve Catan discussed this in the delayed telecast. And I think you will like it on the inside basketball because this is the dot sheet, the location sheet, and the importance of it. It's very informative and quite educational. I think it's a sheet that will be having its presence felt very soon in the conference.
Well, maybe in the case of Black, he has been properly instructed by the coach, Tommy Manotoc, that the low post will always be his position because that's where he's most effective at.
Oh, he squeezed past Twadless and Abe King on that one. Norman Black, what a threat. Incidentally, game number 6, that's on Saturday, 7:30, San Miguel and Toyota back again in action live, and the delayed telecast at 9:30, Crispa and Utex. San Miguel on top by a point, 57-56, 8 minutes and 33 seconds.
You know, I think with that, you know, one guard in the game of Danny Florencio, I think the Toyota offense is a little disorganized. You have guys like Abe King dribbling the basketball outside, and the players don't really know where to move. I think Campo has to bring in another guard or bring Francis back into the ball game very quickly.
Yes, they're depending mostly on one-man play, two-man play, you know, pass cut, and that's all there is. There's no specific pattern in the offense of Toyota as of now. Maybe that's because, again, the absence of Sonny Jaworski.
See, Florencio is a guard that has to play in the game with another guard. He's not really a point guard. He's more of an off guard.
Well, on that jump, it was already conceded. It's going to go to San Miguel. Norman Black really towering over Danny Florencio. Here comes Coons. Raban is trying to check him. On the other side, it's Abe King. Martinez is there. Offensive foul called against Abe King when he was up in the air making a leg movement. The referee didn't like it. Gets his third foul.
Well, maybe the referee was...
Let's take a look at it.
There goes the right leg.
Well, I think that was just a precautionary measure by the referee.
That's why I would say the referee probably was a bit too strict. He did stick out his foot, maybe because his knee, because he saw the presence of Martinez. But it was just a momentum, I believe, when he did that.
And the reason that very quickly Toyota had in possession and a basket by Mon Fernandez is because on that quick inbound play, Martinez overshot the court and the goal. But Norman Black gets it right back. Score at the moment is 59. Miguel on top by a point. It has been a swing game all day.
You know, looking at the San Miguel bench, we have yet to see Rayo Bias in the ball game. And he's played such a good role for the San Miguel team. He sets up the ball club. He shoots from the outside.
Yes, that's true.
Foul called on Lalota for pushing. You cannot, you can hold the player at the back, but you cannot impede his movement as he backs up. You cannot just stick your hand out. Tommy Manotoc pulling out Martinez and dispatching back Saldana. Oh, he is a very good player. Body English coming from Mon Fernandez. It is counted. It was bouncing very gently. Mon Fernandez flexing his knees and at the same time with a prayer.
That one-on-one of Mon Fernandez, he has really mastered that attempt at the basket. That's what makes him the high point man for Toyota most times.
And he's so graceful in doing that.
And so far, the lead has changed hands 26 times. You know, this game could be like the last one. The team that scores last could win the ball game.
And the score has been tied 7 times at 40 all. That was the last time. Herrera's back in the game, putting out Abe King. Herrera's first foul. Now, you know, Herrera, if you recall, has been playing heads-up basketball during this playoff series. He could be a key player. He could be very significant for Toyota as it goes down the wire.
Yes, I believe he was one of the heroes in one game. Herrera, he scored points, he goes for the rebound, and he's a good defensive man.
The view of Twadless was impeded by Lalota. That's why he couldn't rifle the pass very quickly to Florencio, who was underneath. At the same time, Rabanes was also trying to harass him. We have a 2-man substitution being applied by Tommy Manotoc. In is Alex Stan together with Manny Paner. Out, we have Rabanes. And La Lota. Inside cut, inside drive. Mon Fernandez.
There he goes again with his drive-in, you know, his penetration. Whenever Mon has that ball, I notice that his teammates gives way for him already. They leave the lane open so that he can drive.
Well, so far, Mon has 28 points.
He's matching the output of Black, isn't it?
Well, Norman Black so far has made 26 points. Yes, they're neck and neck.
Yes, 28 to 26.
Toyota's on top by a basket. 5 minutes and 50 seconds, third quarter. Here comes Tan. And pass was a little bit to the head of Saldana. We have a timeout. What a big crowd we're having tonight. More than 20,000 fans in the Coliseum. 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Here's the production of Mon Fernandez. 28 points, 9 rebounds. La Lota acknowledging that foul. That is the 5th personal foul of La Lota, bringing 14 fouls against San Miguel and 3 against Toyota. Traveling called against Mon Fernandez. He was trapped, but he still went for the basket. Took many steps.
Yes, it took so many steps because of the defense put up by San Miguel. He saw that there were 3 men in front of him, that he took another extra step.
And La Lota towering over Herrera and Mon Fernandez, who was trying to help by blocking him.
Well, keep your eyes on Rudy La Lota because he's playing very hard basketball. He didn't like a couple of calls that the officials made.
Lorenzo, good line, making it from 16 feet. Tough angle on the right side. You know, Florencio could have his presence felt here because he started out the third quarter. He makes things happen for Toyota, and again, they're in the thick of the fight. Could be the presence of Danny Florencio. He's done it before. Here's the fast break. Danny's over there, going up short. Loose ball, picked up by Tuadles. Manny Paner chasing him. It's 65 for Toyota, 63 for San Miguel. And Herrera using the board. A little bit too strong. It was in and out. It's Tan getting his second personal foul. You know, Tan at the past was very steady, had a lot of confidence. Somehow, he doesn't seem the same tonight, Steve.
Yes, I agree with you. Let's take a look at the matchups between the two important players. And you see that not only is Norman Black being outshadowed by Fernandez on points, but Fernandez is holding his own on the rebounds. Norman Black, you know, only 9 rebounds so far.
Tuadles guilty now is third personal foul and 14 fouls against Toyota. While San Miguel Beer is in team foul trouble, they're over the limit, 4 minutes and 14 seconds in the third quarter of play.
You know, going back to Alex Tan, I think one of the problems for him is that it's been a very physical series, as exemplified by that play. And Alex Tan cannot really play such a physical ball game. And, you know, guys like Tuadles are on him, guys that are taller than he is, faster than he is, and bigger than he is.
Second personal foul called against Herrera, who held his ground. But it seems that he did not hold an established position long enough, and the crowd doesn't like the call.
Didn't like that call, yes. They're throwing coins and all.
Well, Coach, you've had a lot of pressure games. You've been in championship games many times. You've had crowds really reacting, getting emotionally involved. Have you ever been hit on the head?
No, never yet.
A coin falling on the beautiful crowd?
No, luckily.
You have survived, but I do recall when you lost to Ico during your time at Ismael, you shaved your head.
Yes, that was on account because we lost the championship.
Amazing, and many people still remember that. What a unique punishment. And Tan now getting his third personal foul of Mon Fernandez. San Miguel Beer down by a basket. Toyota on top, 65-63. 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
Well, looking over to the San Miguel bench, we see that Lobo is going to be coming into the game, which, you know, they really need him in the ball game. In the first half, he was popping from the outside. He was cutting the lanes. They need his point production now because, as we said earlier in the telecast, San Miguel has that sputtering or erratic offense.
And besides that, he had to come in place of La Lota, who is nursing 5 fouls, I believe. Because La Lota was playing a good game too, offensive-wise. But I think he was substituted on, because if only to reserve him for the last quarter.
Well, here's Mon Fernandez looking for his 30th point. On the playoff series, he's been averaging 21 points. But tonight, he's over that, and he's doing a lot of damage against the San Miguel Beer. Okay, the wet spots, the coins being picked up, it's being cleared. And Peanuts also on the floor. Okay, score now is 67-63. 30th point registered by Mon Fernandez. Time left 3 minutes and 43. Third quarter. Bounce to Manny Paner. Kunz is on him. Looking for a cutter. He finds Norman Black. Herrera is on him. Makes a turn. Mon Fernandez pulling that rebound. Getting already as many as 12 rebounds. Twadless saves it for Toyota. Tan trying to harass him. That's Super Corollas not moving right now. It's almost in a one-on-one. Here comes Manny Paner. Norman Black barrels in.
You know, every time it seems like Toyota's ready to pull away, San Miguel comes away with a basket and gets them right back into the ball game. When you look at the basketball game, if you didn't look at the score, you'd think Toyota was way ahead, but it's still a very close ball game.
There was Herrera, there was Kunz, and Norman Black jumping for that rebound. It's a foul called on Black. That is the second foul, and we have a timeout. Danny Florencio getting a nice round of applause as he was relieved by Francis Anais. We have the Big J in uniform in the court, in the bench, but may not see action because of leg injury. Score at the moment is 67-65, 68 for Toyota. They're on top by 3 points with 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Coach, you've been in this situation many times, but a very close contest like this, and you can't pull away. You're not really falling behind. You're leading. It's a swing game. What are the instructions that go with it? What do you keep your eye on? Is it on the defense of the opponent? If your import is being crowded, what instructions should possibly
I
come
would say it's more on the defense of the opponent that has to be counteracted by your offense. There are so many other factors like the matching of men in the defense. You can see, for instance, like now, it's a perfect matchup between Arnaiz and Saldana. And the one taking Black actually was earlier, it was King, but now I suppose it's going to be Herrera.
That's right, Coach. Now, you also pointed out that Mon Fernandez having 3 fouls, and he has had it during the first half. Would you have pulled him out because, you know, he's still in the game and he has nursed it?
Well, I think it was the right thing to leave him there because he was doing very well. I would gamble on him still for a 4th foul before I take him out. But actually, he signaled to Ocampo at that time not to take him out because he was going to take care of his fouls. And I can see that he did precisely that, and that's what makes him a professional player for me.
And Mon Fernandez just created the turnover, really broke up the play, and rifled it to Arnaiz, but before the Roadrunner could take off, Lobo hacks him on the arm, getting his 2nd personal foul. Here's Arnaiz looking for his 8th and 9th point. The all-important free throws. The make-or-break situations on tight contest. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And look at Herrera really battling for that rebound. And Lobo against clips Arnaiz. He's okay.
You know, Norman Black was screaming to the referees on that one. He's over my back. He's over my back. Norman tried to get the rebound on the missed foul shot, but Toyota was so tenacious they were able to get the ball. Herrera over to Arnaiz for 2 foul shots.
Well, from the foul line, Arnaiz got 3 points. He had 4 attempts, missed 1, and San Miguel is in team foul trouble. They're over the limit versus 5 team fouls against Toyota.
Well, this is the biggest lead enjoyed by Toyota so far, 6 points.
Here comes Tuadles. Lobo meeting him right there in the quarter court. A minute and 35 seconds. 73-67.
See, Arnaiz taking the part of the court general. He's the one instructing the players as to how to position themselves.
Lobo goes to Dasalia. Quickly now to Saldana.
You know, Coach, I've noticed that they haven't been really trying to force the ball into Norman Black. The locals might be trying to do it too much on their own.
But if you'll notice, he's really tightly guarded. Before they could try to pass the ball to him, they can see there's no open lane for a pass to him.
Yes, but even in that case, Coach, in the past, we've seen San Miguel, one way or another, force the ball into Norman Black. Maybe throwing it over the opponent's head or doing something, maybe creating a pick.
Yes.
But they're not doing that.
I was about to mention that they should create a pick for Black. They're not doing that. They're just weaving outside and leaving Black in the low post area.
Yes.
Since that is not working, they should screen him so that he can get away from his man.
Yes, and another thing, Norman Black usually plays the guard position. He starts off as a guard, moves to the forward position, and then goes down to the low post. But tonight he's been setting up there automatically. And I think that's given Toyota a chance to double team him since he has remained in a stationary position.
Well, what makes this game very difficult, especially if you're watching from the Coliseum, because of the crowd involvement and the emotions being pent up on calls that they do not agree, the audience, especially those in the ringside, tend to pull back their necks. And that's very painful, especially when you do it one quarter after another. And the score now is 73 for Toyota, 70 for San Miguel Beer. 42 seconds left in this third quarter of play. Kunz trying to go one-on-one against Manny Paner. He goes up, making 17th point registered here by Kunz.
Well, that was poor team defense by San Miguel because Donnie Ray took so much time making his move. A San Miguel player should have been around there trying to help out.
And Herrera fouls in the back. Norman Black, 4 personal foul against Herrera. And Toyota now also in team foul trouble together with San Miguel. Tommy Marotok points to the clock, reminds his players that there are only 22 seconds left in the third quarter. They're down by 5 points, but they're in possession. They can score in this offensive play. Marty Saldana making sure. 12 seconds, 10 seconds. Black being double teamed, can't find the opening. He may squeeze in, going to Saldana, who fires from 17 feet, getting it with a second to spare. Oh, good hands coming from Saldana, bringing the score 75-72. We'll be right back.
Let's take a look at Donnie Ray Kunz trying to initiate the fast break here. A little Glenn Hagen action here, and he's called for palming the basketball.
And because of that infraction, the crowd didn't agree, and we had a temporary lull because of the reaction. Court is clean now. Lobo in possession, back to Saldana. They're behind by 3 points. 75 for Toyota, 72 for San Miguel Beer. Here's the road runner. Back off to Kunz. Inside. Check. But foul called against Paner, who acknowledges it. He has 2 personal fouls on him already.
You know, so far, Coach, Norman Black has 33 points. But first, let's take a look at the scoring by period. You can see that Toyota outscored San Miguel by 6 points in that third quarter. And before that, San Miguel was ahead 3 points in the second quarter. You know, going back to Norman Black, Norman has 33 points so far.
That means he scored about 15 points in the third quarter.
Yes, that 33 points is way under his average. What do you feel about his fourth quarter performance based on history?
Well, maybe that's where he's best at in the last quarter, no? But that remains to be seen because King is back again, assigned to him, King of Toyota. Whereas in the third quarter, it wasn't King taking him. But That's why we'll find out now in this fourth quarter.
Well, the Salia just cut down the lead of Toyota to 3, 77-74. We have 11 minutes to go in this fourth and last quarter. Turnaround by Mon Fernandez. Oh, Manny Paner responding very well to San Miguel Beer. Here is Lobo making a dash for the basket. Gets crowded. Tuadles guilty now of his fourth foul.
Okay, that could be a very costly foul. 4 fouls on Arnie.
Here's Mon Fernandez. Very quickly to the road runner. Luke Arnaiz zigzag and illegal block called against Lobo. Fourth foul on Lobo. In the personal foul situation, we have Norman Black with 2, Saldana 2, together with Paner. 4 on Lobo and 3 against the Salia. For Toyota, it's Tuadles at 4, 3 each from Fernandez and King, none on Arnaiz and 1 on Kunz.
Surprising that Arnaiz misses a free throw because he has been making his free throw attempts.
This is the all-important free throws. Arnaiz on his 11th point, not making it. Saldana sees the opening. Kunz towering on that rebound. Black and Paner were on him. And Norman Black gets tagged for the 3rd personal foul.
Well, it's amazing how still San Miguel does not go to Norman Black. They're not concentrating their plays around him. They're not even making attempts to get him the basketball. At least they can use him as a decoy.
Mon Fernandez trying to taunt Norman Black there. Gets nothing but air. And no foul from Norman Black. Here's Norman. In and out. Safety tap going to Tuadles.
Black is trying to do everything by himself so far. He brings up the ball, he takes up the attempt. That's because he's not being fed properly by his teammates.
Well, it might be a little bit of frustration, Tito, you know?
Yes, yes.
Oh, what a tight umbrella-like defense applied to Nabi King. The Salia was there, Norman Black was there. And no basket. Lobo timing his shot. Still being contested. Kunz wins out. Arnaiz from the outside. Almost had it. Tuadles jumping, losing it. Scramble for the ball. And the road runner keeps it. Looks for the opening. Fake drive. Kunz blocked away by Norman. Salia, though, coming into contact. His 4th foul.
Let's take a look at that play. It's a nice block by Norman Black, but Dassaya did get him on the arm. Very observant call by the referee. You know, looking at the foul throws on the free throws, Toyota has gone to the line 24 times. They've made 21 of those 24 attempts. On the other hand, San Miguel, they only missed 1 foul shot, but they only took 7, 6 for 7. Big story on the free throws. San Miguel being outscored by Toyota by 15 points from the free throw line.
Well, on the foul story, in all quarters so far, San Miguel Beer has gone over the limit, while Toyota was only tagged on the 3rd quarter. So the aggressive defense, the tightness being applied is very evident. Tuadles trying to get that basket. Here comes Saldana,
Slowing up the game.
And he's trying to get back the tempo, waiting for Black to get into low post, get into better footing and better position.
If you will observe now, look at the way King is boxing out Black.
Black missing and making, and we have Tuadles being thrown out by referee Manuel for unnecessary movements when Norman Black already went up and got the basket. We will check if we can have this on the replay. In the vernacular, this is what you'll call Coach Sahod.
Yes. I hope. There we are.
He goes up. He gets the rebound. Watch number 11. Goes up and moves closer to Norman Black. Gets him in the legs. And referee Manuel sees it.
So I would say it was a good call by the referee that he got the yellow card, you might say, and was thrown out of the game.
And filling up the vacancies, Florencio, Norman Black hitting from the inside, retaliating from that hit by Abe King.
Well, I think that play can be a very big turning point in the game.
Yes.
First of all, you lose Arnie Tuadlis' services. Number two, Norman Black had a three-point play on that one. And San Miguel is only down by 2 points.
7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this fourth and last quarter. Mon Fernandez too strong. Florencio way off on that follow-up shot.
Well, we're seeing now Florencio and Onayes in the game at the same time.
I was about to mention that because it was Florencio who substituted for Tuadles.
Tasalia keeping an eye on Norman Black, who's being boxed out. Mon Fernandez pulling it down. Here comes Abe King, but Tasalia's right there trying to head him off. Looking for an opening. Crowded out to Florencio.
Well,
7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Excuse me, I think Florencio is a good person to have in the game because of his experience. And that's what you need now with only 7 minutes to go in the ball game.
He might have the experience, but it's a mismatch right now in the defense. He's up against Lobo.
An overreaching foul called against Florencio. That's the second personal foul on him, and 3 team fouls called against Toyota and 4 on San Miguel Beer. Here's Norman Black. Taking off Abe King, using the board, got it.
Well, Black has 40 points now. He's starting to fire up. He has 7 points already in the fourth quarter.
He'll definitely make his average and even more, I would say. He could easily score over 50 points tonight.
This is our 9th deadlock at 81 all. The last one was at 63 all. And Paner guilty of that foul. That's his third, bringing the team fouls of San Miguel to 5. 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in this ball game. Mon Fernandez has it. He's having a fine evening, but Norman Black is now on him. Stays glued to Mon Fernandez. There's a cut by Abe King, getting it safely.
Very good pass by Mon Fernandez, and the timely cut in of Abe King.
Tasalia playing on the outside. Mon Fernandez sagging back, ready to assist Abe King. Norman Black. Here's Marty Saldana. Inside now, low post, back again to Saldana. Abe King losing it and falls to Manny Paner. Oh, great opportunity.
What a...
That's what you call the breaks of the game.
Exactly.
10th deadlock at 83 all. 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Here's Mon Fernandez. Again, Norman Black with Lobo trying to double team him. Danny Florencio tracking, losing his bearing there, and traveling called on him.
You know, I definitely feel that since Tuadlis has been ejected from the basketball game, there's been a switch in the tempo here, as San Miguel now has a chance to take the lead, something they have not enjoyed for a long time.
Well, they lost a power forward there, and the scoring sock will have to be relied upon on Coons and Mon Fernandez, and Norman Black hitting from 17 feet.
I'm just curious why Terry Saldana could have substituted for Tuadles because of his height. Maybe he's also nursing an injury.
That's a very good point, Tito, because Terry Saldana comes into the game. He doesn't take away points from anybody. He creates his own excitement. He gets his own rebounds and his own points.
Yes.
San Miguel Beer on top by a basket, 85-83. Time left, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Saldana looking for Black. Coons trying to assist. Abe King, there's a free man. It's Tasalia on the left side. This air ball, Abe King pulling it down. And foul. Called on Manny Paner. That's his 4th foul. We have a timeout. Tuadles will not see action anymore for Toyota. He was thrown out of the game for a deliberate foul. We have 4 minutes and 31 seconds with San Miguel on top by a basket, 85-83. Fernandez being crowded. He gets away, blocked away by Norman, but the Roadrunner saves it. A nice going for a rainbow. That was a very delayed shot clock buzzer.
Yes, Pingoy. I don't feel the shot clock should have gone off in that situation because the shot was taken already. and the ball had already left the hands of Francis Sarnaiz. In fact, the ball hit the rim.
That's right. It shouldn't have been the case, no?
And Ed Ocampo is arguing that because he felt that his team had a chance for that rebound.
And every time we have a very controversial call, just like the song goes, pennies from heaven, we have pesos coming from the gallery. And the assistants here trying to grab the pesos as they roll on the court. Here's Abe King, the king of the boards, pulling it down. They're down by 2 points.
And a very low-scoring ball game. And Toyota usually comes out ahead in the low-scoring ball games against San Miguel. Let's see if that's the case tonight.
Coons seeing the board, firing from 15 feet, left side, creating the 11th tie at 85 all.
Yes, judging from the score and the number of times that it has been tied, you can see it's a very evenly contested match.
Well, keep an eye on Abe King and Norman Black. There's been a lot of pushing and tight guarding over there. There's a cut by Dasalia, getting away, and Coons goes over and tumbles.
You see, that's a very smart move by Dasalia. He does not possess a good outside shot. His man is leaving him to double team. He should cut to where he can shoot the ball 10 out of 10 times.
And cut under the basket, because a while back he cut outside.
Loose ball picked up by Arnaiz, going for the basket very quickly. Loose ball picked up by Mon Fernandez. He may go for it. Too strong. A tip in by Coons. Out safely to Saldana. It's 2 against 1. It's only Arnaiz defending, and Lobo buys it. Oh, good running game.
What a fantastic shot by Lobo. Francis Sarnaiz was the only one back for Toyota.
For a while I thought Francis Sarnaiz, with his experience, was going to intentionally foul him, you know.
And there is a foul on Dasalia, that rebound play. King is on the floor, but he's okay. Dasalia getting his 5th personal foul. Timeout left. 2 each for both teams. Coach, you've been there many times before. You're trailing. If you were the coach of Toyota, Ed Ocampo, they ask for a timeout. What would be the instructions when you're trailing at this point?
Well, a while ago, it was obvious that Toyota, maybe because at this stage they're rattled, wasn't moving at all, and so Francis Sarnaiz was forced to take those outside and hurried attempts. So I would be telling them to take their time and use the pattern and not to be in a hurry. Another one is to keep on driving at the basket, because San Miguel is already in foul situation.
And from the outside, it's Saldana. What a big, long basket. That's so right, Coach. Toyota has not been moving during the past 2 minutes, and a quick reply on a rainbow coming from Fernandez and a 3-point shot.
That's what you call a clutch shot.
Very, very clutch. And Fernandez, very intelligently, figured, why not take the shot? I'm not being covered anyway.
Time left is 1 minute and 30 seconds. San Miguel is on top by 3. They want this game number 5. What a big psychological advantage should they come in on Saturday on game number 6, leading 3-2. Norman Black quickly makes the basket, beating the shot clock. As a matter of fact, Dasalia reminded him, you only have a 1.5 seconds to go. Black just went for the basket, got it. Mon Fernandez again for the rainbow in the deep corner. Black pulls it down.
This could be the end of the ball game for Toyota.
And Manny Paner under the basket. Nobody was there defending. And this only with 44 points. And they said if you can contain him at 40 to 45, maybe you have the game for Toyota. But the big story here are the locals of San Miguel Beer. You have 12 points coming from Lobo, 8 points Paner, 11 Marty Saldana, and 4 points from Dasalia. But these are the key big baskets. They've been hitting, they've been running, and they did not get rattled. Now 4 personal fouls called against Norman Black, and since San Miguel Beer's in team foul trouble, Mon Fernandez, who's having a great night, goes into the line. We have a timeout.
Time away, no? In case San Miguel will have a pressing defense.
Yes, that's true, because right now you only have one real ball carrier in the game for San Miguel.
Yes,
but I'm
Saldana.
sure that you'll see Norman Black handling the basketball, because he is such a good foul shooter.
There was the miss on purpose.
Well, Coach Tommy Manotoc also read that plan, so he had Norman Black go for the rebound and defend. And Noman got the rebound. They're trying to run the time down. It's 41 seconds to go. San Miguel is over the limit. They're in team foul trouble. We have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Lobo on the left side and rebound. The road runner is a loose ball. Paner saving it, going to Saldana. Oh, good play. That's the experience of Paner. Very quick. And Coons trying to tag from behind.
This is where Martinez should come in. Ah, there!
True enough, coach. Here he comes.
Beautiful.
And Noman Black being relieved by Tommy Manotoc. Gets a big hand from the fans of San Miguel Beer. So Noman Black leaves the game with 44 points and a total of 16 rebounds. 15 seconds to go. This is a one game for San Miguel Beer. Right now they're leading by 8 points. Blocked by Coons. 5 seconds. Here comes the road runner, Francis Arnaiz. Well, he was able to execute the shot. Could have been in. The coins continue to be thrown in the court. So game number 5 won by San Miguel.